Hey there, boaters. I'm Captain Stacy Hanrahan, and this is the Boaters TV. Coming up in Nautical Know-How, it's time for a reality check in this week's Mad Mariner Report. Has buying a boat ever made you feel like you're in a political campaign with candidates who care more about selling themselves than selling the truth? Well, the truth is you can't believe everything you hear, especially when it comes from a salesman. And that goes for boat salesmen and manufacturers too. This week, Mad Mariner's Lenny Rudeau is helping us dispel some of the market-driven misconceptions and myths you may come across when buying boats and marine gear. Like this advertising claim: the more powerful your depth finder is, the more details you'll see and the deeper it will reach. That's why it's worth the extra cost to buy our unit, which pumps out a fish-frying 5,000 watts. Lenny says the reality is that power isn't nearly as important as we think. Transducer size is every bit as important as wattage rating, possibly more. Doubling the transducer crystal's diameter has the same effect as quadrupling the output power. That means a fish finder pushing 50 watts through a 4-inch transducer will see as deep as a fish finder pushing 200 watts through a 2-inch transducer or 800 watts through a 1-inch transducer. Another advertising claim to look out for is this: our boats have 316 grade stainless steel fittings, which are the most corrosion resistant. That's great, but so does virtually every boat out there. The only ones that don't use 316 grade stainless steel are those made for freshwater only, and they're the cheapest ones on the market. Lenny says not to fault a builder for letting you know what they use, but don't let them make it a selling point either. Now you'll probably hear this one at some point: our anchor provides maximum holding power on every type of bottom. If you believe that, I've got a magic anchor for sale. The truth is, different anchors are made for maximum holding power in different situations. For a refresher, watch TBTV episode number 92. Lenny's got a reality check for many more ad claims, so don't be fooled. Read Lenny's entire article at www.madmariner.com. Now I'm very excited to announce that the Boaters TV has teamed up with SportFishing magazine. Every Wednesday, we'll give you the fish facts, tell you about the must-have gear, and share all the tips you'll need to make that next catch. Today, Dr. Bob's ship cast us off with what's really going on behind the color change of a fish.
It seems like there are certain fishes, like the striped marlin, that really show some dramatic and very rapid color changes when they're panicked or excited. Wahoos certainly do it, and how often have we heard how gorgeous a dolphin is when first caught, but then very rapidly loses its color? If one took notice, those very rapid changes are fishes that have a somewhat metallic sheen to them. That sheen is caused by the reflection of light off of their scales, which are very small. So small, in fact, that sometimes we think these fishes have no scales at all. But they are there all right, and what's more, they're under direct control of the nervous system. Without getting too technical, that means that the nervous system is able to immediately change the reflective surface of the fish by modifying the position of the scales. This translates to that immediate color or pattern change we see when a fish, like the striped marlin, is caught. It's kind of like when people are suddenly startled and the hair stands up on the back of their neck. Other fish colors, mostly reds and yellows, are more under hormonal control, and so the changes are much slower. This can also happen when they become frightened, and we notice this especially when some species begin spawning behavior. The hormones start flowing and the colors become intense. This is especially true with many of our reef species, like the snappers and groupers. For SportFishing Magazine TV, I'm Dr. Bob Schiff.
Thanks to SportFishing TV for that report. For more fish facts, go to www.sportfishingmag.com. Now it's time to answer yesterday's Rules of the Road question. The question was, international only, which statement applies to a vessel constrained by her draft? A, she is severely restricted in her ability to change her course because of her draft in relation to the available depth of water. B, the term applies only to vessels in marked channels. C, she is designated as a vessel restricted in her ability to maneuver. Or D, the vessel must be over 100 meters in length. And the answer is A, she is severely restricted in her ability to change her course because of her draft in relation to the available depth of water. Now I want to point out here that a vessel constrained by draft, or CBD, will always be a power-driven vessel and can only be considered a CBD under the international rules. A vessel is never considered a CBD under inland rules. In just a moment, we'll have today's Rules of the Road question for you. Tune in tomorrow for the answer. For TBTV, I'm Captain Stacy, and remember, a bad day on the water is better than one stuck on land.